Shiptalks podcast is confidence, where we define existence forms our major priority. So on today's episode of Shiptalks podcast, we're going to be talking about something really interesting, and it's our pleasure to have on the show Miss Bushrat from Ghana, founder of Leonard Girls Foundation. But before I go further, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get other episodes of interesting content like this. So, talking about your foundation, what really was it like at the beginning? Like, did you find you found it difficult? Did you find you really wanted to give up, or was everything very, very rosy at the beginning? Like, you just started sweet and everything was sweet all the way, or did you find you had it tough?
In 2020 was when we started the Learners Girls Foundation. Yes, so during that period of the free tuition, there was, after 4 months of implementing the free tuition for the kids, then the government was trying some remedies to see how piloting some solutions to see how they can resume schools. Yes, so they started the resumption of junior high schools, which was only for the Form 2s to see how the COVID will be spreading. So that particular period caused us to stop our program because we were using one of the school facilities and we moved to under neem trees. So we were using trees to under the trees, and the weather conditions were not favorable. Sometimes it becomes so hot, the sun will be so scorchy. Paga is a sunny place. Papa is going to it's a border town to Burkina Faso. So the area there is actually very, very hot. So you can imagine we are sitting under the trees. Sometimes the neem trees have shade, but like morning and evening time. So in the afternoon it really affects us. Yeah. So we manage like that, and that's a problem. So I was thinking of how we can solve this. Then we started researching for grants, funding that can support ideas. We wanted to build a structure for just a space for us to be able to be having reading session. If there was a library in the community, we would have gone there. But unfortunately, there was no library in the community. So we started researching, and fortunately for this, we saw the African Fund Innovation Fund, an initiative of the International Publishers Association. So we applied for it, and early 2021 we were shortlisted for interview, and finally we got the grant for the library. Yeah, so all thanks to God. Like, it was an ideally funded, so you can imagine working on an idea. It's not like you already have a good plan for it. It's an idea you are doing. So we actually had a lot of problems when we got the grant. Building of the library structure, which we use a metallic container material. So we built the library halfway. After roofing it, our money was exhausted. The grant money was exhausted. The donors to state that they cannot, it's not possible to sign a grant and then you're coming back for it. So we had to resort to fundraising, looking for organizations to support and all that. And the donors were very kind, very, very kind. They even helped us in the fundraiser as well. And we did a lot of fundraisers, and finally, that year, ending of 2021, I had the privilege to speak at the Sharjah Book Fair, which was under the same grant about our project. And after presenting on the project, the donors agreed to give us enough funding to complete the project because they knew it was a pressing need for us, a pressing need for the people, the children, especially the young girls in these communities. So through that, we were able to finish the library. And Book Aid International also gave us books. I've been donating books. So this year, 2020, is the second time they're donating books to our organization. And also World Vision house furniture, bookshelves and furniture, chairs, tables, all funded by World Vision, to the library. And I'll say this support from these like kind-hearted organizations really help. And Ikitabu Kenya also helped us with e-learning program, as we are still working on it to stand still. It's still in the process, gradually picking up. Yes, and our mentorship program, the women in STEM group of the CKT and lecturers must also be helping with the mentorship program, mentoring our young girls as we organize summits for high school graduates, and also how they can transition after high school. So these are the programs we have been doing in the organization.
Wow. Okay, so we would like you to tell us what really kept you motivated in your personal endeavors and also in the foundation, in issues that have to do with the foundation, because most times we don't really get all the motivation we need from our external forces. Sometimes you need something from within, something that comes from you. So what really was it that kept you motivated in the personal endeavors as well as issues concerning your foundation?
Actually, it deals with prioritization. You need to prioritize what you need at a certain point in time. You need to prioritize what you put your full attention to. That is really key for young people growing up. There are a lot of distractions, but you must reach your target. If you are moving to something, or you are building up something and there are a lot of distraction, if a distraction you goes down. Like for instance, if you are reading a book and suddenly you get a call, or you're coming back to the book, you have to move up again to read before you come to where you are. You can't continue. If you continue, you have difficulties understanding connecting where you stop. So you have to move back, read from where an angle before you come to and continue. It's the same way in life. When distractions come, it's difficult to focus. So you must know how to prioritize your time and focus on what you are working on at one point in time in the other. Yeah, so that was how I was working on myself, and I must admit it was and it is still challenging. Working on a non-profit organization to an point with no payment, you're not paying yourself, your team members are not getting paid. Meanwhile, they are working. Sometimes I feel like, how are they feeding themselves? All I wish is for everyone to get a good career to help them. We all have a good careers and then be able to take care of ourselves so that we cannot give out to others. So our greatest challenge working on the non-profit is funding. Getting funds to support us. Now we are implementing reading classes in about 5 schools in northern Ghana and 2 schools in Upper East region. So in this month of July, our reading class project, which will be having also book talks with reading facilitators in the schools, is going to be implemented. And we have already started the processes of the implementation. So the challenge is getting funding. And if we get funding, we'll be able to pay our members and also our workers and field workers, and also get digital gadgets which can make our vision of making digital educational content accessible to this one. Digital gadgets like laptops, iPads, tablets that can make it possible for these young ones and this marginalized population to access online, offline reading materials.
Thank you so much. It was really an awesome time with you. But please, before we go, we just wanted to just give us a few advice to our listeners, like people who are just starting up in life. What advice would you give to them? That's basically on how to go about pursuing their dreams, irrespective of the challenges at the initial stage.
So my advice to young people is that take your time. We rush, we look at what the social media, there are lots of things on the social media. I'm also a victim, but sometimes you need to shake it off. Shake it off your mind and know that your destiny is in your hands. Your destiny is different from the destiny of the social medias. They also have their different life path they are going, and you have your journey to your life journey you are embarking on. So you have to look at yourself, the journey, the point you have reached, your next adventure, how it will be like. So you have to stick to your path and seek for advice. You have to speak out. If you remember when I mentioned about my mental health, it was when I speak out to someone who advised me. You need to get mentors in your life. You need to have the people you talk to. If you don't have people you trust, look out for them. You see, the social media you are having is a good tool and a bad tool. You can get a good mentor from social media and can get a bad mentor from social media. Reach out to them. Reach out to people you feel like you want to be like them. You want to be strong like them. And let them mentor you. At least when you get a few time from them, speak out all you want to. Ask all the questions you want to. Like, ask and you'll be given. If you don't ask, if you keep glued to the room, you will not know who out there will help you. Feel like you're also unfortunate no one is helping you. And you should know who you ask. Not everyone needs to know what you're doing. I believe that in the process of doing something, it has to be innate. You have to be you and your God and the major people involved. It doesn't need to be published. After the outcome has come, after it's done, you cannot do the celebrations. After that, it's done. No one is coming in to spoil the process, the chain of operation. No. So you have to know how you keep your information. As everything, not everyone is looking after the good of you. We all have those times. Even your immediate friends may not even wish for that for you. So you have to know how you spread information about yourself and your daily activities as well. And youngsters, my advice, my last advice is stay focused. Stay focused and disciplined. Look out for the right time, and you must prepare for the right time. You don't sit and wait for it. You prepare before opportunities. You prepare before the right time. Preparation before application. Yes, that's my last advice to you. Thanks for having us today. Thanks for having me. It's good you listening to me, and I'm so glad you had the time to listen to my speech. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us today, Ms. Bushrat. We really had an awesome time, and we hope to have you back on the show soon. And to our listeners, we hope you had a super great time. We hope to see you next time, but until then, be good.